Do you feel this unique calling, as if you were being prepared for something greater than ordinary? Remember, just as Moses was chosen before he was born to lead the people of Israel to freedom, you too may be destined for a purpose that is just beginning to unfold in your life. Today, we're going to explore 8 essential lessons that will not only confirm the path you've chosen, but also empower you to walk it with faith and determination. This journey you are on is not a simple coincidence. It is a carefully crafted plan, similar to the lives of biblical figures who were led through trials to triumph. Each lesson we discuss today serves as a springboard for overcoming the challenges you face and seizing the opportunities that are destined for you. As you reflect on your own experiences, consider the following. How have moments of difficulty shaped your character and your destiny? Accept these truths that we are about to reveal, for they are designed to guide you, strengthen your resolve, and help you grow into the fullness of your vocation. Lesson 1. Persistence. Despite adversity. The first lesson highlights the importance of persistence despite adversity. It is inevitable to face challenges, setbacks, and moments of discouragement along the way. But what sets the chosen ones apart is their ability to persevere in the face of such difficulties. Looking at the story of biblical figures like Joseph of Egypt, we see a vivid example of this quality. Despite facing betrayal from his brothers, being sold into slavery and unjustly imprisoned, Joseph maintained his faith and integrity. His persistence eventually led him to the role of governor of Egypt, where he was able to use his skills to save his family and his people from starvation. His story reminds us that, although circumstances may seem bleak, persistence and trust in God can lead to surprising results. For you, persistence despite adversity means not giving up when the going gets tough. It means standing firm in your faith, continuing to work towards your goals even when they seem distant, and finding the strength within yourself to keep going. Every obstacle you face is an opportunity to grow and become stronger, transforming into a more resilient and determined version of yourself. Furthermore, Joseph's story reminds us that even the darkest periods can be followed by moments of triumph and achievement. We need to believe that, although we may not understand the purpose behind our difficulties at the moment, there is a greater reason for every obstacle we face. Therefore, persisting despite adversity doesn't just mean continuing to stubbornly move forward, but also maintaining a positive attitude and a long-term vision. Each challenge overcome makes us more resilient and prepares us to face future challenges with even more determination. So when you find yourself facing difficulties, remember Joseph's story and let your persistence and trust in God guide you through adversity, knowing that every obstacle is an opportunity for growth and that success will eventually come to those who persevere. Lesson 2. Cultivating gratitude. The second fundamental lesson for the chosen ones is the practice of gratitude. Amidst the demands and challenges of the journey, it is easy to focus on what is missing or the difficulties faced. However, cultivating a mindset of gratitude can transform your perspective and nurture a deeper connection with your life's purpose. Looking at the lives of biblical figures like Job, we see how gratitude can be a source of strength even in the most difficult situations. Despite losing everything he had, Job kept his faith and expressed gratitude to God, even in the midst of adversity. His story reminds us that even in the darkest moments, there is always something to be grateful for. For you, cultivating gratitude means recognizing and appreciating the blessings in your life, big and small. It means finding beauty in the little things, learning from challenges, and appreciating the people who support you on your journey. By making gratitude a daily practice, you strengthen your connection with the divine and find a constant source of inspiration and hope. Lesson 3. Nurturing meaningful relationships. The third crucial lesson for those who feel chosen is the importance of nurturing meaningful relationships along the journey. Although the path can be lonely at times, it is essential to cultivate connections with those who support, inspire, and challenge you to grow. Looking at the lives of biblical figures like Ruth and Naomi, we see the importance of interpersonal relationships in the spiritual journey. Even in the face of hardship and loss, Ruth remained by Naomi's side, demonstrating a bond of love and loyalty that transcended circumstances. This relationship not only brought comfort and emotional support, but also played a key role in fulfilling the divine plan. For you, nurturing meaningful relationships means being there for those around you and allowing them to be there for you. It means cultivating friendships based on trust, respect, and mutual support. These relationships serve as a source of strength and encouragement during difficult times, as well as providing joy and celebration during triumphs. By valuing and investing in meaningful relationships, you build a support network that sustains you on your spiritual and personal journey. These connections not only enrich your life, but also strengthen your purpose and help manifest the divine plan in your journey. May you cultivate relationships that inspire, nurture, and strengthen you on your journey towards fulfilling your unique calling. Lesson 4. Practicing empathy and compassion. The fourth essential lesson for the chosen ones is to practice empathy and compassion towards others. In a world full of challenges and divisions, it is essential to cultivate the ability to put yourself in your neighbor's shoes and show genuine compassion. When examining the scriptures, we find numerous passages that highlight the importance of empathy and compassion. A powerful example is the parable of the Good Samaritan, where Jesus teaches about love of neighbor and the importance of helping those who are in need, regardless of their origin or social position. This story highlights the responsibility of each one of us to reach out to help those who are suffering. For you, practicing empathy and compassion means being attentive to the needs of others and acting with kindness and generosity. It means listening attentively, offering support, and being there for those facing difficulties. By putting yourself in others' shoes, you build bridges of understanding and solidarity that transcend differences and promote unity and healing. This practice not only enriches the lives of those you meet on your journey, but also strengthens your own connection with the divine. By cultivating a compassionate heart, you become a channel for God's love and grace, manifesting His love in the world around you. May empathy and compassion guide your daily interactions, transforming not only the lives of others, but also your own, as you continue to follow your unique calling. Lesson 5. Practicing self-compassion. The fifth crucial lesson for the chosen ones is the practice of self-compassion. While it is important to extend compassion to others, it is also essential to apply that same love and kindness to yourself. Often we focus so much on taking care of others that we neglect our own emotional and spiritual needs. However, self-compassion is fundamental to maintaining balanced mental and emotional health throughout the journey. When we look at the scriptures, we see examples of individuals who faced internal challenges and struggles, but found strength and solace through self-compassion and self-love. Jesus, for example, often retreated to quiet places to pray and strengthen himself spiritually. He understood the importance of taking care of himself so that he could continue to fulfill his divine purpose. For you, practicing self-compassion means treating yourself with kindness, compassion, and forgiveness. It means acknowledging your own struggles and shortcomings without judgment and offering yourself the same love and support you would offer a dear friend. It involves learning to set healthy boundaries, prioritizing self-care, and allowing yourself to rest and recharge when necessary. By showing yourself compassion and forgiveness, You demonstrate that it is possible to be kind to yourself, even in times of difficulty or failure. This creates an atmosphere of acceptance and self-love, which can inspire others to do the same in their own lives. In addition, self-compassion is a powerful antidote to self-criticism and self-deprecation. Instead of judging yourself harshly for your imperfections or mistakes, you learn to see yourself with tenderness and understanding. This doesn't mean ignoring your flaws, but rather recognizing them as a natural part of the human experience and opportunities for personal growth. May you remember to treat yourself with kindness and compassion at all times, recognizing your own humanity and value as one of God's chosen. Lesson 6. Cultivating humility. The sixth essential lesson for the chosen is the practice of humility. In a world that often values pride and self-promotion, humility is a virtue that connects us with our shared humanity and allows us to recognize our dependence on something greater than ourselves. In the scriptures, we find numerous examples of figures who exhibited humility before God and others. Moses, despite his position as leader of the people of Israel, was described as the meekest man on earth, Numbers 12.3, demonstrating his willingness to submit to God's will and recognize his own limitation. For you, cultivating humility means recognizing your own faults and limitations with honesty and humility. It means not getting carried away by ego or the desire for recognition, but serving others with humility and gratitude for the gift of life and the abilities you possess. Instead of considering yourself superior to others or closing yourself off from your own perspective, you recognize that there is always more to learn and are willing to receive feedback and guidance, both from God and from others around you. Humility is also essential for cultivating healthy and harmonious relationships. When you put yourself in a place of humility in front of others, you are more inclined to listen attentively, value their opinions, and consider their feelings. This creates an atmosphere of mutual respect and collaboration, where everyone feels valued and respected. Furthermore, by submitting to God's will with humility, you make room for divine guidance in your life and become a more effective instrument for the fulfillment of His plan. May humility guide your steps and enrich your relationships, enabling you to live according to your calling with humility and grace. Lesson 7. Practicing spiritual resilience. The seventh crucial lesson for the elect is the practice of spiritual resilience. In the midst of the ups and downs of the spiritual journey, it is essential to cultivate the ability to bounce back from adversity and remain steadfast in your faith. Throughout the scriptures, we find countless examples of spiritual resilience in figures such as Job, who despite facing devastating losses and deep suffering, remained faithful to God. His story reminds us that spiritual resilience does not mean the absence of pain or difficulty, but rather the ability to find strength and hope, even in the darkest moments. For you, practicing spiritual resilience means trusting in God's grace and provision, even when circumstances seem unfavorable. It means keeping your faith and hope even in the face of seemingly insurmountable challenges, knowing that God is present in every situation. By cultivating spiritual resilience, you become a living witness to the transforming power of faith and perseverance. Your ability to face difficulties with courage and confidence inspires others around you to do the same, creating a network of mutual support and encouragement on the spiritual journey. Lesson 8. Living with integrity and ethics. The eighth essential lesson for the elect is the importance of living with integrity and ethics in all areas of their lives. Integrity is the quality of being upright, honest, and consistent in your values and actions, while ethics refers to standards of moral conduct that guide your choices and behavior. In Scripture, we see examples of individuals who lived with integrity and ethics, even in the face of challenging circumstances. Daniel, for example, refused to compromise his ethical convictions, even under threat of death, choosing to obey God rather than give in to the pressures of the world around him. For you, living with integrity and ethics means acting according to your values and principles, even when it means facing opposition or difficulties. It means staying true to what is right and just, even when no one else is watching, knowing that your integrity is a reflection of your faith and commitment to God. By living with integrity and ethics, you build a reputation of trust and reliability, becoming an example for others to follow. In addition, your ethical conduct strengthens your connection with God and enables you to be a channel for His love and justice in the world around you. Living with integrity and ethics is not only a personal choice, but also a responsibility to God and to others around us. It is a daily commitment to do what is right, even when it is difficult, and to remain faithful to the principles that underpin our faith. May you seek to live each day with integrity and ethics, honoring God in all your actions and decisions. May your life be a testimony to the transforming power of faith lived with authenticity and integrity. The journey of those who feel chosen is complex and varied, enriched by a series of profound teachings that direct and shape the path to be taken. From persevering in adversity, living with integrity and humility, to keeping the faith, each teaching builds on the other to form a resilient and enlightened individual. These insights not only enable you to navigate your spiritual and personal growth more effectively, but also help you develop a deeper understanding of your role and responsibilities. As you follow this path, remember that every challenge and every moment of solitude, every learning opportunity and every relationship serves a purpose in your divine journey. Embracing these teachings with an open heart and willingness of spirit will allow you to thrive in your vocation, generating a significant impact in your own life and in the lives of others. This journey, although full of difficulties, is also filled with enormous potential for growth and transformation, leading you to the ultimate fulfillment of your purpose. Remember that God's gifts and callings are unalterable, but that doesn't mean you can live recklessly. The adversary understands this and will try to undermine your character, because although he cannot directly stop your designation or anointing, he can influence you through your actions and attitudes. If your character is flawed, if you are arrogant, lack integrity, disrespectful, or loving, you risk suffering a fall despite your anointing. So, my friends, as someone who has been chosen, embrace these 8 truths and move forward with confidence in your vocation. These points are crucial to your spiritual journey. Pray for guidance and strength from the Holy Spirit. God must guide, strengthen, and lead you. If this message resonated with you and you want more, let me know in the comments section. And that concludes part 2 of our theme. If you missed part 1 or want to see it again, it's available on our channel. Don't forget to check it out and subscribe for more content like this. Thanks for watching.